big stack of lumber here. You can probably guess what we're getting ready to start doing. What are we gonna do, Dad?
We're gonna start framing this building today. Well, we squared our slab up. We made our measurements, 36, 36, 42, 42. We were only technically out a quarter, which you can see right here. We were out a quarter of an inch there, and we were out 3/8 of an inch on the other end for this whole big slab. So now we're square. We're cheating a little bit in, a little bit out. Gives us about, or maybe 3/16 inside to 3/16 hanging outside. The rest of the slab is just dead square. Now we're going to start framing some walls. We're going to start doing our plates, drilling our holes for our anchors, and we got to start unloading some of this lumber so we can get to what we got to get to. And we'll put you on time lapse, and you can watch us do some work.
Bottom plates laid out, holes drilled for our anchors. That's where the passage door goes. We got our top plate laid out with our bottom plate. So now we're going to start framing this wall. We're going to put y'all on time lapse and rock and roll on doing this. So, I mean, you want to explain the whole goal of what we're doing? We're building the wall on the ground.
We're going to box frame this. We have to box frame it instead of stick framing it because we're going to build this whole wall laying down flat. We're going to square it up, and then we're going to put our Tyvek on the wall. Then we're going to put our purlins on the wall, and we're going to put some scotches against the slab. We're going to take the tractor. We're going to lean this whole wall up using those two 22-foot pieces that we have for our garage door header right here.
Yeah.
We're going to use these to spread the weight out and take the tractor and just lean the wall up, all assembled in one piece. It's going to be 14 foot 8 inches tall. And that seems to be the simplest way to do this because it's such a big wall. And we got a tractor, so.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going to get busy building a wall.
Ready?
Yeah.
You flush?
Yeah.
I mean, you also flush on the edges too.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me when.
All right.
Go.
All right, next day, we got it all framed up last night. Ran out of daylight. So now Dad has been squaring it up on our chalk line. We chalked on the slab over there. So this wall has to be all totally square and everything so that when we stand it up, all we have to do is plumb it and have everything squared up. We got to put our blocks in between all of our studs too. So we'll be doing that today and standing this up here in just a little bit.
44, 7 1/4. 44, 7 1/4. You there?
Yeah,
Guess what he said?
44, 7 1/4.
Yes.
All right, so we chalked our line for our blocks. One, we got a run at 4 foot and a run at 8 foot. And that's because we're gonna plywood the inside of this wall when all this is said and done to make it that much stronger. Plus I want a plywood wall inside the shop. But that's what the blocks are for, at the joints of the plywood. Plus we're using it to straighten the studs.
Right.
And well, just adding strength too anyways, even if you didn't plywood it.
Right.
Look at all them blocks. What do you think?
I think it's a really pretty wall.
You know what I like to do when I put blocks in like that? Just look at them. What do you think, Gary? You like to just look at them?
That's a pretty wall.
Looking at 'em.
Tell everybody about these braces.
What we've done, of course, is we squared this thing up and checked the diagonals, and then we put the braces on to hold it while we put all these blocks in. Now it's time to do the Tyvek. Actually, we're going to insulate these spots at the corners. We've got, what is it, 3? Oh, we've got 4 little spaces in each corner that we're going to insulate, because we'll never be able to get back to that. We're going to leave the top braces on the 2 tops. We're going to take the bottom 2 off, run the Tyvek up 9 feet. That's how tall it is. And we're going to start with our girts across the bottom up to the 9-foot spot.
Yeah.
That's our next project.
So these come off once we do the top girts.
Yeah, well, after we get those girts on, we'll put some braces back on them and then take these 2 off. That'll still keep the wall in one piece.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Getting these braces on
Why?
because we done took all the braces off.
But why?
We had to put the Tyvek on.
Why, Daddy?
Why don't you just let me start from the beginning?
My hat blew off, Daddy.
Yeah.
Hope your
Yeah.
hand was in it. But we got our wall ready. As you can see, we got our 15-pound felt all the way across the bottom of our pressure treated. What we did is we put a gusset. This is our bottom girt, and we made a gusset out of it going to the bottom plate, and we tied it to every stud. So the studs and the bottom plate are now one. We got our girts laid out. We got our Tyvek folded back because we had to be able to do, if you can see where we've had to strap and gusset to be able to pick the wall up. So that last gird will go on, it actually goes on the back of the trusses. Now, we've got our 45-degree braces reinstalled there and there. We also tied our corners with that little goofy block up on the corner. We tied the top plates to the corners so that won't fall off. We got a 2x8 by 14 and a 2x8 by 14 to stiffen the wall up so that now we're picking up from 2 points. Can you see the straps?
Yeah.
And the straps go into the chains. And the chains actually go to the header that's going to go in the big 20-foot door. We're going to pick the header up, and the header's going to pick the wall up. And by the way, we also got these kickers that we installed down here.
Keeps the wall from sliding off the
So
slab.
the wall don't slide off. We got 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. I done calculated this wall at about 2,400 pounds by the board foot total weight. And we're thinking that we're going to be picking up about 900 pounds each side, which would be 1,800, which is 75% of the wall. Because we ain't going to pick the wall up. We're just going to tilt the wall up. So hopefully we're only going to pick up 75% of the wall at any time. And as we get it closer and closer to being 90 degrees with the slab, the weight will get less and less. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? Yeah. All right. Come on, Lee. You ready? Come on, Lee. Push with me. Push me. Walk underneath me. Come on. Julie, hold on underneath there and carry it. Don't get underneath the wall. Come on. Come on. Come on, brother. Come on. Keep it going. Keep it going. Push, push, push. 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 Come on, go. Come on, go. Go. Come on. Come on, go. Go. Come on. All right, man. Get that more, man. Get that more. Get that more.
Big damn wall. That's how perfect it is. We built that on the ground like that.
You
Wow.
see that?
Get close. Can you see the bubble in the middle? Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Loading up the old-fashioned illegal ramset gun that Al Gore outlawed.
You gotta be careful. You'll offend people.
Yeah. See, you put the shell in.
Yeah. And then what does it do?
You have to compress it like that.
But-
Pull the trigger.
Well, what happens?
Oh, it shoots this. Shoots this nail through the plate into the slab.
But why?
That's what holds the plate down.
But why do we have to do that?
Well, that's what we do, and then we come back and
I thought we just have Gary stand on the plate.
Yeah, so the wall don't fall.
years
down.
ago we used to use cut nails.
Cover your ears, Gary. Don't get your ears hurt. No.
Let's go 18 to the quarter, Gary.
All right, we got all our ramp sets in that we're gonna do, which we're gonna do the other anchors that we drill in and tighten up. We got braces on the end right now, so we're gonna get the tractor off the wall stable enough to do that so we can roll the scaffold back and forth and put our other braces in. All right, next day we're out here framing. As you can see, the big wall is up back there. We did some cleaning up. Now we're getting ready to frame this 10-foot wall right here behind me. So that's 14 foot 8. This is gonna be, I'm not sure the exact measurement, Dad will be able to tell you, but it's around 10 foot. Got an extra set of hands here today. Mr. Butch, him and Dad have built some really cool stuff in the past together. Big custom houses, all kind of stuff. He's a heck of a carpenter like Dad. So he wanted to come hang out. He was teasing about becoming a YouTube sensation, even though I'm not. So y'all stick on with us, watch us get another wall up today, hopefully. here at the barn getting the trusses that we built like 3 years ago. I wish I'd have built the shop then because it'd been a lot cheaper. But we're gonna hook up to these and get them up to the shop now. We got them pulled out. I gotta do some work on this trailer once we get this shop done. Needs some attention. So we're gonna get them up there close to the shop now. Get ready for this weekend because we're gonna set some trusses. Coming through the gully here to get up to the house, the trusses bottomed out. Started pulling them off the trailer, so we're gonna try to pick them up with a tractor and get them back on the trailer. I guess hold them up until I get on up this hill to get to the house because we can't get access to the back of the shop because all the braces are in there right now. The yard's so wet. I hate to pull the truck all through the yard of the house. All right, we're back today, and we've had an ice storm and rain and cold weather and a bunch of other stuff. So we're laying out the front and the back wall, which there's the 20 foot door
20 by 12
and a 10 by 8 and a 12 by,
excuse me,
a 10 by 12
10 by 12
in the back here. So we got one pull through bay where the drain is. So we're getting these walls laid out today. So hopefully, you think we're gonna get them up today?
Yeah, and we got a whole set of beams going through here.
Yeah,
right
we got all the headers made that we were making the other day on the video and the posts ready. So by the end of the day, this should be a big box and ready to start doing some trusses and stuff tomorrow. We got help coming tomorrow too. And well, I got us moving those other day.
Okay.
There's the trusses that we, right there, that we had the fiasco with, getting them up here, falling off the trailer and everything else. So put you on time lapse. We're gonna build some walls and get this stuff up. All right, next day, Butch is back. There's Dad. It was like 60 degrees yesterday, great weather. And it's 31 this morning, so awesome mid-south weather. So we get this back wall done and then jump on doing the beam, the lintel that goes from right there on this wall all the way to the back on this wall. We're gonna stand up. So get busy, start working, warm up. So they've been building the lintel and the posts that go right along here. And while they've been doing that, I took the post hole digger off the tractor so it would fit in here better. And I've been drilling these holes in these plates because these posts sit right here where all these different sections of the concrete come together. So we're going to bolt that plate down. The post sits on it, and I'm going to weld angle iron to it after the fact, and then bolt through the angle iron at the bottom of the post. That's going to be our anchor, and then that'll spread the load out between all 4 of these sections, not just right on the corner. All right, we got that up and braced. We got this plate squared up. I got Lee drilling the anchors and putting them in. We're getting the beam pocket ready for these other beams that tie in up here with all this. We ate lunch, so now we're extra cold and full. This is a homeless guy that we got to work. What are we doing now?
It's cold. It's very cold out here. We're gonna get our other 2 beams. We got a missing beam there and a missing beam there. We're gonna get those in. Gotta fix that beam pockets to do that. We're gonna put our truss supports that go across the top of that wall.
Yeah.
Call little dead men's what I call them.
Can't hold the camera still, I'm cold. You get up there with Butch, Lee. Because I know how you are about heights.
You look like an old washwoman up there.
Well, you be ready to help. You do whatever Butch says. If he says stick your finger in your butt and one in your nose, just do it.
Yes, I do. Yes, you get up the meat that way. Now, all right, now that's all yours. Butch, you sure you don't? I don't like the way you're standing there.
I'm going to hook right there. That way I can slide it to you a lot easier. That's what they get to position. Go a little bit more to you.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit more.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready? You want to do one side at a time or both?
Well, we could set our side in the pocket.
Okay, because I've got to.
Because you got to work yours in.
All right. You guys do what you got to do.
Come on. Oh, okay.
All right, we're going to go up now. We're going straight up. We're going to push that way just a little bit. All right.
Y'all are in?
Yes, sir.
And Lee, you just keep a hand on it for him. Dad got him some, look at them boots. Who are you? Never seen you wear boots like that before.
My feet got cold yesterday. I left my homeless hat at home.
You look like Granddad with your hat on like that.
Why?
Because you got it sticking way up above your
Oh
head.
God, I got 2 hats.
That's
on.
how Granddad always wore his hat.
There's Butch.
All right, Drew.
That's homeless man too.
Hey, hey, this is Jack Nicholson's twin brother.
He does look like
Hey,
Jack.
This is Jack Nicholson.
Butch, just say hi to the channel. Just wave and I'm gonna shut up. There you go. All right. All right, so yesterday we got this lintel all done with the scab and the top plate. Dad's made all these blocks at the house. I think I got a clip of that making these. Putting them up here. Butch is putting those in, and then Dad's working on the 4x4s that go to them.
The dead men.
The truss comes up next to these and gets bolted to these at the top. Hopefully here in a little while we'll be setting some trusses. I've been working on bolts while they've been working on that stuff. This threaded rod. Getting some links ready because we have all this threaded rod we're going to use up instead of buying. Well, probably spending a couple $100 on bolts for all this.
I can't get this to spin.
Hey,
Oh no.
what are we doing up here? You're not going to say a word, huh? So that's how we're mounting these blocks. This is what the trusses go to and get bolted through here. Just like we did. Or like Butch really did over there. So today we're doing something else that we decided to add on, which is we're going to go on and put ceiling joist in this bay right here. What's it going to be? 8'1" ceiling?
Yeah, be 8'1" ceiling, which is your normal sheetrock ceiling, and an 8-foot ceiling.
Yeah, so 8'1" ceiling height, and that's going to give me storage up here, accessing it from the big part of the shop. It'd be like a big shelf almost. We decided to go and do it. It'd be easier to do it now than doing it later. We're not going to go on and put plywood and sheeting on it, but it'll all be framed.
$72 a sheet.
Yeah, plywood's $72 a sheet right now. So this will all be framed and ready for that, and it's going to make the building a whole lot stronger and tie a lot more stuff together.
It puts a horizontal gusset from front to back.
So that's what we're doing today. Tomorrow Butch will be back, and I guess we're going to be working on these wrappers and the trusses.
Right, we're going to.
Or are we going to work on the main front thing?
Well,
anyways, we'll figure that out. So Butch will be here tomorrow. We'll be doing more.
we got to redo our braces now. We're moving all our.
Yeah, we had to move a bunch of braces to do this, just because we're having to get them down below where the ceiling height for these joists are. One thing I didn't show y'all. So that's what I was welding right there. These little brackets. These actually came from the telephone company where my granddad worked at. When he retired, he brought home all kind of metal stuff from there. But these brackets were already made. We just weld them to this plate and put a lag bolt in all the way around. So now that's tied down good. So we're gonna get on doing this. We'll catch up with y'all on the next thing. All right, so we finished all this up, all the blocks in, and we put in these blocks for the dead men for the rafters that run down from the trusses and this lower wall here. All right, it's the time we've all been waiting for, and I'm excited about getting these trusses up in the air. Small garage door here next to the big one is all framed up and done. We ran into some hiccups with it. What was the problem with this garage door over here, Butch?
The two people working on it.
It was what was wrong with it, Dad? Butch's what? His measuring tape, Fisher Price, my first tape was off. So everything I was cutting was like an 1/8 inch short because his tape was messed up.
He got it from Toys R Us.
Fisher Price, my first tape. So here's our that to get up high enough to work on building this end wall that we threw together in about 3.4 seconds. So yeah, we're gonna get these end walls done, and then we got the worst of this lick then.
Morning.
What do you say? What do you say?
It's cold.
It is cold. It's supposed to snow today, supposedly. We got this guy down here off of the This Old House Network. Oh, it's cold. Today will probably be, would you say today's going to be the last terrible day of framing?
Yeah, it'll be framed today.
It'll be framed today.
I mean, unless the weather messes us up.
Audio Jungle.
All right, final framing day. They're up there. We got our Tyvek run on up to the top. Putting the last wall gird on and the first purlin right there out on the edge. We're also adding the permanent that cross brace they're working on right here. Oh, let's try that. There we go. It goes across the trusses there for bracing everything. These that are here on the bottom right here come off once we get the metal on the building. So we moved some braces around, did some cleaning up. It rained a whole bunch last night. We got most of the water and junk off the slab. So we'll get these purlins on today, and then the only thing left is plywood on the ends, and we're done framing. All right, we're plywooding today, and we had to get these two straight. Had a little bow on them, so we're pulling. I'm gonna put block in here, and then start plywooding all this, and then Tyvecking. Purlins are all done like y'all saw us doing, except for 1, 2, let's see, I think 4. 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We were short. But we'll be able to take some of these braces down once this is all plywood, and then we'll have the 2x4s to finish that, and then it'll be time for metal. plywood going on. What are we done doing?
We're done framing. Finally.
How does that make you feel? I knew that's what he's gonna do. He's not gonna say a word.
That's Jack Nicholson down
Yeah. You're supposed to say, I'm gonna go to Disneyland. We just got to Tyvek both ends, and metal's going on. That's where the next video is gonna pick up. So, looks really good. Framing looks real nice. Hey Dad, you did a real good job.
Thank you.
So it's Automedic Garage signing out. Y'all like, subscribe, comment, go check out our other videos. If you haven't watched the previous videos on building the shop, go back and watch them. We'll have another one coming up soon. Putting the metal on here, which means we will be in the dry. Which means I get to hang some lights and some garage doors and go to town working. Y'all keep on watching, y'all stick with us. Go check out our website, automedicgarage.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We'll holler at y'all later.